1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're back in Maribor. Let's see if I don't have the same problem this time with my charger port. Let's just make sure this is working. Yes! There we go, a one-off. There we go. Okay, so apologies you can hear in the background, that's the sound of the fans kicking in to keep the battery cooled. But what I thought I'd do with this is just do a review of the journey that I've done so far and how the Tesla's performed in achieving that. Because if you think about it, I have done just short of 1,500 miles travelling across Europe so far. I've used 464 kilowatts of power, which roughly speaking, as I've done it about 310 watts per mile, which is quite efficient, I thought. I mean, it's not quite Leaf, but considering the size of the car, that is pretty amazing stuff. Just bear with me one sec. Okay, we've got battery power. So yeah, so basically, as I say, 1,500 miles, 464 kilowatts. I've worked it out, if the average house uses 15 kilowatts, it's about 30 days worth of power for a house I've used in the car to get me all the way across Europe. So it is a reasonable amount of power, but it's a large car covering a lot of distance. Still saves me a fortune in fuel. I must have broken 200 quid in savings of having to have gone filling up at petrol stations, so it's still pretty good. Review of the else of the car. Well, the charger port, it's only flipped on me once in this very station, which you've just seen in the previous clip, so let's just hope that that's just one little blip, but it fixed itself very quickly, so it's all good below there. The way it works, the range, I was very impressed by the trip. The trip seems to be pretty accurate in terms of predicting what percentage I'll be when I get to my location. And I've never been below 10% at any point. I think they always seem to work on the basis of having 15-20% in your locker for when you get to wherever you need to get to cover whatever eventualities there may be. I mean, bearing in mind that we're about 20 degrees Celsius, so it's a summertime, so it's obviously being more efficient because of that, but still I'm impressed at the way that it takes away any range anxiety. For example, I was leaving, I had just about 200 kilometers on the clock, and I didn't even bother charging at Zagreb. I just moseyed on up to Maribor and not even thinking about it. Petrol-esque reliability, and because of the consistency of the superchargers, it's just amazing. I'm just very impressed with the ability that it has to reach, that you are assured that they're going to get, when you get there, that they work and that you're going to get your charge. Brilliant. Yes, the reliability, the distance between the chargers, that's also quite interesting. So this is an 85 kilowatt Model S, and I think even if I had a 60 kilowatt, the smallest one, which they don't even do anymore, because I think it starts at 75, I wouldn't be too concerned with the gap between the chargers across Europe, and that's me in the outer edges of it, because basically they stop as of June 2018. Basically the last charging points are the ones probably along the Croatian coast. So before that, there's obviously, you can go left and right and you can find some more. So the infrastructure is very impressive and reliable to get us there. No car manufacturer's ever done it before, may never do it again, but in this moment in time, Tesla have their bases covered. Only into Croatia at the moment, so I couldn't quite go into Slovenia and Hungary and Romania and all those sort of countries at the moment, but who knows, on another trip they might get that enabled, or the range becomes stronger, or whatever will be in the future. Autopilot, fantastic, works brilliantly. This is a right-hand drive car. made no difference. It's obviously set up, configured to be European friendly. It's not had any problem with the roads. There's a few of the roadworks so they get a little bit narrower. I'm not quite brave enough to trust autopilot to do that, so you take over. But that's what you expect. So I have no issues with that. But the long haul roads, setting myself on to 120 kilometers on a 130 kilometer range, about 75 miles an hour. She's just bombed along and just chugged along nicely. It was interesting, I've just been showing that some local Slovenians the car still has the wow factor. This is 4 years old. The Model S has been around since 2011. Still captures the imagination of people driving by. And the difference with it being here is you've got a bit of a dirty dancing bit, and instead of the Tesla superchargers being in the corner, they're front and straight. All the actual ICE cars are all parked further away than me. I'm parked right next to McDonald's and the toilet. So nobody puts Model S in the corner in Slovenia, at least. Anyway. And the other thing is the storage. Because obviously I'm away for 2/3 weeks. It's just mind-blowing having the front trunk and the back huge boot to be able to put in my stuff and little bits and bobs I pick up along the way to keep the family happy. So in all, very happy so far. I don't have any concerns. I'm going to Vienna. I'm probably putting enough charge. I could actually probably do Vienna in one hit, but I can stop in Graz. The choice is mine. I can just sit here, but I might just move on from here because another 15 minutes and I can move on to the next place. So yeah, that's about it for me. Tesla review as of week 1 on the road trip. We'll forget about charger port. That was a bit scary, but we survived. Okay, that's it from me. I'll speak to you next time. If I can find the off button. Here we go. This is your common garden garage, which is what you'd expect. But look, the future. We've got charging points for EVs, fabulous. And then we've got the superchargers. So this is about 50 kilometers shy of south of Vienna, called Wiener Neustadt, and it's the most chargers I've seen. 14, I tells you. 14 separate chargers. And there's, you see the old girl just charging her up now. You can hear that fan kicking in. We're about 25 degrees. I finally might get a suntan on this holiday. Looking good. So what I might just do, go and check out the electric charging points, see what they look like. I tell a lie. They're not Hoovers. Sorry, they're not electric chargers. It's a vacuum cleaner. Interesting. And you've got the auto wind wash park, which is just as a drive-through. Oh, you've got separate bays for washing your car. How interesting. That's different. Wash park. Formidable. Yes, so quite impressed by Austria, although I slightly got that wrong about the EV, so it's just Tesla chargers. Once we get that central electric EV charging network set up in Europe, then we're cooking. We're not reliant on one manufacturer, because it's ridiculous. Can't be alright, I'm alright, Jack, so everybody else. We've got to have it for everybody. Time for others to step up to the plate. So, right. I'll try and get myself a drink, get myself some accommodation sorted. I'm trying to see if I can find a destination charger, because you could argue I don't particularly need to do this one. Just be on the safe side and top up here. home charger, destination charger. I can just let it charge it nice and slowly at 22 kilowatts rather than 100. Because I'm going to be here for tonight to watch 3 games, and then I need to do some working on the lights. We'll see. Alright, that's it for now. Okay, so I've arrived in Vienna. I'm about to use my first destination charger, but surprise surprise, I've been iced by some strange Austrian man, and for some reason I've got that in the middle of there, which I would suggest makes it difficult for any Tesla to fit in that space. If you actually look, not entirely sure what the logic is for that, but if you can get a Tesla in there, then you're doing well. Definitely working on the basis of a left-hand drive. But anyway, not entirely sure what the etiquette is in this situation. Because I'm here for the night. But we'll see. Okay, I'll go and book in. Here we are, the streets of Vienna. It's just full of history. It's very nice. Cars and effing McDonald's. Some kind of Vienna cathedral. The tourists will take that as a yes. Am I daring to say that's bigger than York Minster? No. Surely not. Popular with the Japanese, it would appear. Go for a ride on a horse. Didoom, 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 didoom. Didoom, didoom, didoom. Crypta. Mozart. Oh, something to do with Mozart. Really should do my homework a bit more. It's definitely a place to visit. If on your European checklist. Definitely put Vienna on it. It's beautiful. The history, buildings, fabulous. And the horses. Well, there's one thing I seem to have noticed. St. Peter's Church, that's that one you just seen. Just nicked that. Now this is the Hofburg Palace. And we're in Michael Plaza, so it would be rude not to take a picture. This must be some kind of, I'm guessing, Romany bit. The I've left a little bit. Wow. I need to smell the horses, but look at that. Another stunning building. I kind of record this on time lapse, but it's just too pretty. Let's see what else we can find in Vienna. Amazing. It's some kind of gallery. Here we go, and it goes on. Another square. Everything looks so clean and untouched by industrial dirt and grit. I don't know whether that's intended or what, even for somewhere so far east of Europe. It's beautiful. I realise it's the home of Freud. Let's have a little look. Is there any Freud stuff? Funny horses, but no shit. What's that about? Let's just have a little walk down here. There you go. Now this is Cafe Central, which for you film buffs will remember in a certain film.
No.
Oh. Target reached. This city is stunning. There's like another cathedral over there. The streets are just immaculate. The buildings just take your breath away. If you've not been, I recommend it. Unfortunately, I've got to do it at high speed. There's another one over there. What's that? Amazing. You can't come to Austria without taking a bow to the famous song. You've had your Mozart. It's for your fans of psychology. This is Sigmund Freud. And unfortunately, I've come on a Sunday. So the chimney's not open. There you go. Okay, this is the Austrians watching Germany in the World Cup.
Geht glücklich aus für Kimmich, wenn es keine Karte gibt. Aber so wie er ihn schimpft, sagt er wahrscheinlich Schwalbe. Und so richtig viel berührt hat er ihn auch. Nein, gar nicht dran. Schwalbe. Ärgert er sich zurecht. Und gelbe Karte darf es nie geben. Alles zurück.
Look, I've discovered a little shop. Peddling their wares. Oop. There we go, there's the X.